But if that did not need to be, the Civil Rights Act of 1866 would have never needed to be enacted. However, it did, because this corporation was very specific on who its members are. I don't have any issue with identifying the United States of America Corporation as a corporation, because it was a commercial venture from the very beginning and has never ceased to be. And with the creation, my difference with SA regarding this matter is that the Dred Scott decision does not obliterate the 14th Amendment based upon supremacy, the Supremacy Clause, because the 14th Amendment actually created a different citizen. It created an entity that had never been in place before, which is why we talk about civil rights, not human rights, but civil rights. I believe the Kennedy, one of the Kennedys, bombing specifically, when there were some, when you had black people being attacked in Alabama and churches being bombed, and I believe there were 4 little girls that were killed during one of these bombings, when there was a discussion that the tapes actually shown after they were released, that he was in a discussion with his brother saying, okay, well, go down and protect what rights? What rights are we going down to protect? And because this corporation has never recognized the human rights of black people in the country, ever. And I do believe that that is a result of the Dred Scott decision. It has allowed that racist undertone to exist and now affect every aspect of any people of color, okay, in terms of their life. Not specifically black people, but I will say any and all. As I indicated, that the 14th Amendment citizen, he believes, is a slave. We are in agreement there. But I believe that that is a certificated person. It has nothing to do with the flesh and blood being. The birth certificate, I believe, is evidence of an event, creation of that business trust organization or elective franchise. I do believe that racism right now is seen in all areas that affects one life, including housing, finance, commerce, obviously policing. We see this on a weekly basis, if not daily. You know, and it hasn't escalated. It's only now being recorded and broadcast to the public, but this has been in existence from the very beginning. Education, okay, as well as health care. Right now, education, you have over 165 state Republican office holders that are right now attempting to censor education and prevent the 1619 project from being taught in any K through 12 facilities by withholding funding. So once one attempts to correct, I should say, the education or the miseducation of its citizens, which has existed from the very beginning, and I can point to one group that's been very successful, which are the Daughters of the Confederacy, in presenting what they've gotten into the textbooks, not only throughout the South, but throughout the entire country with regards to the municipal war, okay, as Charles indicates. But one other area that it is prevalent in is also health care. So when these, and for those that are screen sharing right now, I have to take this plug right here, racism in healthcare. There's an upcoming presentation, and this young lady happens to be my niece. So I've said on other calls, I've got a number of family members that are RN. So Crystal Mack here, you see, who's an RN, BSN as well, and is currently studying for her doctorate in nursing as an anesthesiology student there at Emory College in Georgia. I think she's in Atlanta right now. She's going to be conducting or be a presenter or a presenter on this upcoming call, which discusses racism in healthcare and the disparities in medical education, research, policy, and care delivery. So these things exist, and it is my belief that these things are all a result of this decision right here. I believe that this is this, along with the immunity, umbrella immunity of the police officers, is why these officers feel comfortable with shooting a black man in the back while he is walking away, running away, sitting on his couch, shooting a black woman and killing her in the bed of her apartment, where the only officer that has been charged right now to date is an officer that was charged for missing her. And his bullets went into the neighboring apartment and hit the wall. That's what the only officer in the Breonna Taylor case has been charged for, missing. So I believe that this decision is at the root of all. And so my question was, how can the Supreme Court of Law affect this decision? If not, then on the Michigan State Republic, once a Supreme Court of Law or even the 100 Court is in place, I would expect that we attack this decision, because I believe that it is at the root of these evils that are being perpetrated on the descendants of the Shanghai Empire. With that, I yield for any questions.